Good morning, all of you. Good morning, all the viewers, principals, teachers, and all the persons who are watching this session. This is Muhammad Riazuddin, Principal, Telangana Model School, Jarasangam from Sangareddy district. And now we have the webinar session from the accountancy to partnership accounts. The topic is admission of a partner. Already the students, you enjoyed the 5 sessions from this topic. Now we have the one more problem solving section. You all know that there is a treatment of goodwill in different ways. Now in the today's problem, the treatment of goodwill when the goodwill is created. So based on this, there is a 20 marks problem. So I request all the students once again to please watch this session carefully and try to solve more and more problems from your textbook at home. Now the session is going to be handled by Lata, PGT Commerce from Jinnaram, from TSMS Bullaram, Jinnaram Mandal, Sangareddy district. Now, you all will be aware about the Premlata madam. She is very hardworking and intelligent. Now, I request Premlata madam to please start the session. Over to Premlata madam.
Thank you, sir. A wonderful morning to all the principals, teachers, children, and all the viewers. I am V. Premlata, PGT Commerce from Telangana Model School, Bullaram, Jinnaram, and the subject coordinator for intermediate second year Commerce and Accountancy is Mr. Muhammad Riazuddin sir, Principal, TSMS, Jarasangam. Children, today again, this is the 4th session on the topic admission of a partner for intermediate second year students. This chapter is very important. So based on the treatment of goodwill, each and every topic, one problem, we are taking one session for you people because it comes for 20 marks and we don't know from which, from where you will be getting either goodwill brought in cash or goodwill created. So each and every session is very important for you children, because this chapter is for 20 marks in your final exams. So today session, you will be learning treatment of goodwill when goodwill is created or valued in the books at full value. Preparing ledger accounts, that is revaluation account, cash account, goodwill account, and general reserve account, capital account, and open balance sheet of the new partnership firm. Rest all the accounts will be the same. Only treatment of goodwill. If you can understand that any type of problem they give in question, it will be very easy for you people to solve the problem in the final exam. And you have to have the time management, children. You have to take not more than 45 minutes to solve this problem in your examination if you want to cover the full paper and get good marks. And before starting, again, I want you all to have your textbooks in front of you and paper, pen with you. This is today I'm going to discuss problems on creation of goodwill. It is from textbook page number 239, problem number 11. I'm going to discuss problem number 11 from page number 239. That is last year's textbook, children. So by the end of this session, you will be in a position to do all the ledger accounts and how to treat goodwill when you have to create a goodwill. Already we discussed when the amount of goodwill is paid by the new partner to the old partners in cash privately without recording it in the books of firm. Whenever it is given as privately, you should be clear that you will not make any note or any entry in the books for goodwill, because it is out of the records. It has been done outside the business. So no need to make an entry in the books. So you will not make any entry when there is when the partners receive goodwill in cash privately. Okay, so that we discussed already in the previous session. Second session, we even discussed about when the goodwill is brought into business by the new partner in cash and retained in the business. Whenever a new partner is bringing goodwill in cash and that goodwill is retained in the business, how to solve the problem we have seen in second session. In third session, we discussed about when goodwill is brought in cash, immediately it is withdrawn by the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio, that we have seen in third session. In today's session, we will discuss when the goodwill is created or valued in the books at full value. See, like if you take two situations, like a new partner is admitted into the business, we all know that goodwill is good reputation of the firm, and in the future profits, even the partner is also going to enjoy the fruits. Yes or no? He is going to enjoy the fruits. So whatever as a new partner is going to enjoy the fruits, what the old partners are doing, they are sacrificing their share, and they have done a lot of hard work to reach this stage. Yes or no? A good reputation in the market. So for this, what the old partners will be doing, other than capital, they will be collecting a premium amount from the new partner, whoever is admitted into the business. Okay. So when a new partner is admitted into the business, he will bring capital. Okay. Anyways, he will bring capital. Other than that, whatever sacrifices they are going to do or whatever hard work they have done till now, for that, they are going to collect, because they are sacrificing something. So they are going to collect a premium amount from the person who is admitted into the business from a new partner, that is an incoming partner. So when this partner is admitted into the business, either he will bring the goodwill in cash. If he is bringing goodwill in cash, how to solve the problem we have seen. When the new partner is unable to bring the goodwill in cash, okay, whenever the new partner is unable to bring the goodwill in cash, then in such case, the goodwill account is to be raised in the books at its full value. Okay, so he is not in a position to bring, but we need to value the goodwill amount. So in that scenario, how we are going to solve the problem, we will see in this session. So when goodwill is created and then written off, in next session, we will be discussing on when goodwill is created and then written off. So already you are very much familiar by now. What are the different accounts we are going to prepare, children? It is revaluation account, it is cash account, goodwill account, general reserve account, partners capital accounts, and balance sheet. So general reserve account, when you are going to prepare, if at all general reserve is given in the closing balance sheet, then only we will prepare general reserve account or profit and loss account. If it is not given in the closing balance sheet, no need to prepare general reserve account. Okay. But revaluation account, cash account, goodwill account, partners capital accounts, and balance sheet, these 5 accounts, it's must, you need to prepare all these 5 accounts because effect will be in all these accounts. Okay. So even in cash account, because always capital is brought in cash or goodwill is brought in cash, then cash balance is going to change. So we cash account also will be preparing. Okay. So what are the accounts we need to prepare, children? Whenever we are doing accounts in admission of a partner, whatever the treatment is for goodwill, but these accounts you need to prepare. What are they? Revaluation account, cash account, goodwill account, general reserve account, if it is given in the closing balance sheet, partners capital accounts, and balance sheet. These are the accounts you need to prepare. Already in each and every session, I am showing you the specimen of revaluation account. Okay, revaluation account, it is a nominal account. It takes the rule of a nominal account. Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So here what we are revaluing? We are revaluing the assets and liabilities. Yes, before admitting a new partner, we are revaluing all the assets and liabilities. So if the asset value increases, we will be writing on the credit side. If the asset value decreases, we will be writing on the debit side of the revaluation account. Vice versa happens with the liabilities. If the liability increases, you will be writing on the debit side because your expense has been increased. No? If your liability is decreasing, you will be writing on the credit side. If you need to provide a provision for bad debts, you will be writing it is an expense. You will be writing it on the debit side of the revaluation account. If provision for bad debts is not required, then you will be writing on the credit side of the revaluation account. Okay. So after that, you will be balancing. If your credit side total is more, that is, if your income is more, you will be having profit. And if your debit side total is more, that is, if your expenses are more than your income, then it will be a loss for you, children. For the firm, it will be a loss for the firm. So this is the specimen of revaluation account. It is a ledger account. and it takes the rules of a nominal account. Now, we will understand this with an example. So this is question number 11, which is given in textbook page number 239, children. I want you all to have your textbooks in front of you. Take out page number 239, problem number 11. When the goodwill is created or valued. So what you need to understand? Whenever a new partner is admitted into the business, two things happen. Either the new partner will be bringing goodwill in cash. If he is bringing goodwill in cash, well and good. Okay. In some situations, he may not be in a position to pay goodwill amount. Okay. So when the new partner is unable to bring in his share of goodwill in cash, in such case, goodwill account is to be raised, okay, in the books at its full value. So when the new partner is unable to bring goodwill in cash, then we need to create a goodwill. That means we need goodwill. We have to make some value for the goodwill, no? Even if he is bringing, not bringing, when the new partner is coming, because even now he may not be in a position to pay, but we need to value. When he is coming, we need to value the goodwill. Why? See, old partners, because of so much of hard work, they have got that reputation and they are sacrificing that value to a new person. So he need to pay a premium amount for whatever sacrifices the old partners are doing. Okay. So for that the reason we have to value the goodwill amount. Okay. Then how we need to do? We will see in this example. With this example, we will understand. So Vani and Sharda are partners sharing profits and losses equally. Vani and Sharda are two old partners who are sharing their profits and losses equally. Their balance sheets as on 31st March 2015 was as under. Okay, this is the closing balance sheet. What liabilities they are having? Bills payable, bank overdraft, rent payable, creditors, and capitals or closing capitals of Vani and Sharda. Then they have cash balance, bank balance. See children, in the previous examples, we have seen cash, only cash balance is given. So we have taken opening balance in cash account 8,000. In some cases, only bank is given, cash is not given. Then you will be taking to balance brought down, instead of cash account, you will be doing bank. If both are given, then take only cash account. Okay. Bank account in the opening balance sheet, we can take it as it is the value. Next, you have debtors, that is 30,000, stock 60,000, machinery 50,000, and buildings 30,000. This is a closing balance sheet. And now what adjustments we need to do, we will see. On 1st April 2015, Neerja was admitted into partnership for 1/4 share in the future profits on the following conditions. So who is admitted into the business? Neerja is admitted into the business. For how much share she is admitted? She is admitted for 1/4 share in the future profits on the following condition. Neerja should bring rupees 50,000 towards capital. So what she should bring? She should bring 50,000 towards capital. This capital will be in cash only. Okay, Neerja will be bringing 50,000 towards capital in cash. But she is not in a position to pay for the goodwill amount, that is rupees 40,000. She is not going to pay, but we need to value the goodwill. That is rupees, the value of the goodwill is rupees 40,000. So goodwill of business is valued at rupees 40,000. Stock revalued at rupees 58,000. What stock amount they have given in the question? It is 60,000. Stock in the closing balance sheet, stock is given as 60,000. But what they are saying, stock revalued at rupees 58,000. See, children, don't get confused here. Adjustments can be asked in 3 different ways. No, sometimes they may say stock may be depreciated by rupees 2,000. That means they will only give the value 2,000. Then only 2,000 you will be taking in the revaluation account. In some examples or in some questions, it may be asked stock to be depreciated by 10%. Then what you will do, whatever in the closing balance stock value is there, on that you need to calculate 10%. Okay. One method is only depreciation or whatever amount they need to reduce value is there, that amount will be given in the question. For example, stock is reduced by or stock is depreciated by rupees 2,000. Okay, then you will be taking the 2,000 only in the revaluation. Second situation, what they can ask? They can ask stock is depreciated by 10%. Then what you will do? whatever stock value is given in the closing balance, on that you will be calculating 10% depreciation. The third method or third way of asking the question would be stock revalued at rupees 58,000. Now you need to find out that reduced value. Okay, some questions directly they'll give the reduced value, or they may ask the they'll use some percentage and tell you to take out the depreciation value. Or in some third situation, how they will ask stock revalued at rupees 58,000. What does that mean? What is given in the closing balance stock value? It is given as 60,000. That means the stock should be valued at 58,000. So how much it is reduced? It is reduced by 2,000. So you need to take in the revaluation account to stock 2,000 rupees. Okay, 60,000 is in the closing balance. Now it has been reduced to 58,000. So it should be taken as 2,000 in the closing balance. And buildings at rupees 40,000. What is the value of buildings in the question? It is 30,000. But buildings are valued at 40,000. That means 10,000. The difference is there. That amount you need to take in the revaluation account. Is it clear? Here they are not asking directly. Buildings are appreciated by rupees 10,000. What they are telling? How much value, that is 40,000 you will be taking in the opening balance sheet. So the value they have given. So how much, by how much it has been increased? It has been increased by 10,000. Because in the closing balance, the value of buildings is 30,000. Now they are saying the buildings are valued at 40,000. The difference 10,000 is our appreciation. Okay, children. Now creditors increased by rupees 3,000. So already we have creditors 20,000. No? Here directly they have given this amount. Creditors increased by rupees 30,000. So other way, if they asked how it could be, creditors are devalued or valued at, here 20 means 23,000. Then you the difference amount 3,000 will be your amount, increased amount of creditors. Okay. So here directly they have given the amount creditors increased by rupees 3,000. So you will be taking 3,000. Okay. Now prepare necessary ledger accounts and balance sheet of the new form. Now we will prepare revaluation account, children. So keep the question book, textbook in front of you. Again, I am repeating. It is in page number 239, problem number 11. Problems on creation of goodwill. Okay, it's problem number 11, children. So stock is revalued at rupees 58,000 and buildings at rupees 40,000. Already we discussed. No, buildings, it is appreciation. So whenever an asset value is increased, which side of the revaluation account we have to write? We have to write on the credit side of the revaluation account. Okay, so by buildings account, how much amount it has been increased? It has been increased by rupees 10,000. So you will be writing 10,000. Okay, because in the closing balance it is given as 30,000. In the adjustment, what they are saying, buildings are valued at or revalued at rupees 40,000. So the difference of 10,000 is the increase in the value of buildings. That is, buildings have been increased from 30,000 to 40,000. So that 10,000 is we have to take in the revaluation account credit side. Okay. So what will be the journal entry? What will be the journal entry? Buildings accounted are to revaluation account. Buildings accounted are to revaluation account. Okay. Next we have to see stock. Stock is revalued at 58,000. I told it has been depreciated. No? In that closing balance sheet, what it is given stock value is 60,000. Now they are saying stock is revalued at 58,000. From 60,000, it has been reduced to 58,000. How much value it has been reduced? It has been reduced by 2,000. So what we will write to stock account? 2,000. So how we got that? It is 58,000. 60,000 it is in the closing balance sheet. It has been reduced to 58,000. That is, the value of stock is 2,000 rupees. Next, creditors are increased by rupees 3,000. So directly, whenever a liability is increased, which side we have to take? We have to take on the debit side of the revaluation account. So to creditors account 3,000 rupees. Okay. So if we write journal entries, how we will write, children? Revaluation accounted are to stock account 2,000. Revaluation accounted are to creditors account 3,000. Buildings accounted are to revaluation account 10,000. 10,000. Okay. So still any adjustments are there? No, we don't have any adjustments here. Only 3 adjustments. One adjustment related to buildings, one adjustment related to stock and creditors. Okay, now whichever side total is more, we have to write that now. So credit side total is more, that is our income is more. Then that means we are going to have a profit. 10,000, 10,000. We will write that amount both sides 10,000. And the total on the debit side, that is our expenses. What is the value of our expenses? 2,000 plus 3,000, it is 5,000 rupees. So how you are going to get profit then? Profit is equal to 10,000 minus this 5,000. That is equal to 5,000 is our profit. Now this profit, whatever we are getting in this revaluation account, should be distributed among Vani and Sharda in their old profit sharing ratio. Okay, the profit should be distributed among old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. So what is given in the question? They are sharing profits and losses equally. Okay, so equally, that is 1:1. 1:1, 1 plus 1, how much? 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1, 2. So 1/2, 1/2, that is half, half. Okay, so from this 5,000, half is share is Vani's, and from this 5,000, half share is Sharda's. Okay, so how we will calculate? 5,000 into 1/2. Okay, that is equal to 2,500. Now Sharda share to Vani capital, it is 2,500. So this 2,500 capital is transferred to Vani's capital account. Next, Sharda also, how we can calculate? 5,000 into 1/2, that is equal to 2,500. That means out of 5,000, they are sharing equally. So 2,500 to Vani and 2,500 to Sharda. It should be distributed. So to Sharda capital account, you will be writing 2,500. So how you will write the entry here? Revaluation account data to Vani's capital account 2,500, 2,500. Revaluation account data to Sharda capital account 2,500 and 2,500. Whatever is written here, a capital account, no, this again we will make a note in capital account. So make a note, children, to revaluation account. From revaluation account into Vani's and Sharda's capital account, what we are going to take, we going to make a note. So Vani capital account 2,500 and to Sharda capital account 2,500. Okay, make a note, revaluation account, what is the profit and how much it is distributed to both the partners. Is it clear, children? Next, goodwill account. Okay. If goodwill is brought in cash, what we will write? Usually goodwill brought in cash, cash accounted to goodwill account, cash accounted to goodwill account. So goodwill account, first on credit side we will write by cash and we will distribute that amount to Vani and capital. Here there is no cash only, no. So no question of like they are going to take it. So already that goodwill will be entered in cash account. So no question of entering there also, no, because goodwill is not brought in cash. So this valuing of goodwill, when it arises, this situation, whenever the new partner is not in a position to bring goodwill in cash, then only we will just make, we will create a value. Yes or no? Value should be created. Even if partner is bringing goodwill or not, the value of the firm, goodwill value should be created. So the value is distributed among the old partner, whatever valued goodwill amount is there, that should be distributed among the old partners. Okay, to Vani capital account, that is what they have said in the question, children, goodwill of the business valued at rupees 40,000. So this 40,000 should be distributed among Vani and Sharda. Okay, they are sharing their profits and losses equally. That is 1/2, 1/2. We know no, how it got 1/2, 1/2. 1:1. Equally means 1:1. So 1 plus 1, 2. So out of 2 parts, 1 part is given to Vani. Out of 2 parts, 1 part is given to Sharda. That is equally. Okay. So 40,000 into 1/2, you will get 20,000. And to Sharda capital account, 40,000 into 1/2, you will be getting 20,000. Okay. 20,000. So total goodwill is 40,000. So here what you need to do, what step extra we add is by balance carried down. Okay, by balance carried down. So when we say goodwill account balance is carried down, that means we created, we valued the goodwill amount. Okay, That means it should be, whenever we are saying carried down, means it is going to continue, no, because the new partner didn't bring cash still. So it should be written in the balance sheet on the assets side. So by balance carried down 40,000 to balance brought down 40,000. Is it clear, children? The difference, what treatment of goodwill. If the goodwill is brought in cash, what we would have done? We would have written by cash account, and to Vani Capital, to Sharda Capital, we would have distributed. If that goodwill is withdrawn, then the scenario is different. When we say goodwill is valued, then what we are doing? We will, because if the value of whatever goodwill is there, that should be distributed among the old partners. So Vani is going to get 20,000 and Sharda is going to get 20,000. And this amount, again, where we will be writing on the asset side of the balance sheet. That is the reason we are saying by balance carried down. Still we didn't receive it. Okay, by balance carried down 40,000 to balance brought down 40,000. Okay, children. So when you are writing to balance brought down, what does it mean? That means this amount, again, it will reflect in balance sheet. When the goodwill is brought in cash, we didn't write the goodwill amount in balance sheet. That difference you need to understand. But when goodwill is valued, this amount will reflect in balance sheet. In opening balance sheet, this amount will be reflecting. Okay, children. Next account is cash account. So first we will write the opening balance of cash account, that is to balance brought down. What is the amount? It is 8,000 rupees. It is given as a closing balance. What it is given? It is 8,000. So to balance brought down, cash 8,000, and Nirja also bringing 50,000 as capital, no? So to Nirja capital account 50,000. To Nirja capital account 50,000. So whenever cash is brought in, capital is brought in cash, what is the entry? Cash accounted to capital account, no? Cash accounted to Nirja capital account. So cash account 50,000 to Nirja capital account 50,000. So to Nirja capital account, because she is bringing capital in cash, we are writing to Nirja capital account 50,000. So total cash, how much we are having in hand? We are having 58,000 in hand. Okay, so that only will be carried forward. That balance will be carried forward. So by balance carried down, it is 58,000, and to balance brought down 58,000. So in the opening balance sheet, when we are preparing, you have to write cash balance as 58,000, not as 8,000. Is it clear, children? See here, goodwill is appearing here. In the previous examples, we have seen even we have written to goodwill, whatever amount is there. But here, goodwill is not brought in cash. Okay, so we are not going to make any entry here. Okay. Next, capital accounts. We have capital accounts of Vani, Sharda, and Nirja. First, we will write the closing balances, what is given in the closing balance sheet. Vani's and Sharda's capitals, they shared profits and losses equally. So 60,000, 60,000. So by balance brought down, Vani 60,000 and Sharda also 60,000. Next, we have by revaluation account. Already I told you people to make a note, no? By revaluation account, you have 2,500 and 2,500. That is 5,000 profit is distributed among two partners equally. That is 2,500 and 2,500. By goodwill account, even goodwill is also distributed, no? That is they are going to get 20,000 and 20,000. By cash account, the new partner is bringing goodwill capital in cash. Okay, so that by cash account, Nirja's column, what Nirja's account, what we will be writing, how much amount Nirja is bringing as capital, it is 50,000 rupees. So by cash account 50,000, you have to make a note. Next, any adjustments on the debit side of the capital accounts? Nothing is there. So directly we will make the totals on the credit side. 60,000 plus 20 plus 2,500, it comes to 82,500. So this side also will write the same amount. And the Sharda amount, it is 60,000 plus 20,000 plus 2,500. This side also will write the same amount, 82,500. Here 50,000. On the debit side also 50,000. Now nothing is to subtract. So these amounts only will be carried forward. So to balance carried down, Pani, it is 82,500. Sharda 82,500 and Nirja 50,000. So these are the balancing figures which will be reflecting in the opening balance sheet. Okay. 82,500 Vani's capital, Sharda's capital 82,500, Neerja's capital 50,000. So these will be reflecting in the capital accounts, that is balance sheet, the new capitals. Next, we will see how to prepare balance sheet. Okay. We will start from here. First, bills payable. How much amount is given in the bills payable? It is 15,000. Any adjustment for bills payable? No. So directly we will take the amount. Next, you have bank overdraft. Any adjustment here? No. So whatever amount is given in the closing balance sheet, we will be writing the same amount. That is bank overdraft to 25,000. Next, you have rent payable. Rent payable also any adjustment? No. So you will be writing 10,000 as it is. Next, you have creditors. Any adjustment for creditors? Yes, the value of creditors has been increased by rupees 3,000. So, creditors is given as 20,000 plus how much value it is increased? It is increased by 3,000. That is, now the creditors are 23,000. So, there is an increase in the liability. So, creditors increased by 3,000. So, you will be writing 23,000. Next, capitals. From capital account, we have calculated the new capitals. So, capital of Vani. How much? 82,500. What is the capital of Sharda? It is 82,500. And what is the sorry children, it is Sharda and Neerja. Capital of Neerja, it is 50,000. Okay. Next, you have on the cash. Any changes we have made in for cash account? Yes, cash account it is 58,000 and bank account it is 12,000. You will be taking as it is. From where we got this 58,000? From cash account. It is whatever closing balance is there that we have to take here. That is 58,000. Bank account it is 12,000. Next, debtors. Any adjustment for debtors? No adjustment. So directly we will be taking it as 30,000. Next, you have stock. Any adjustment for stock? Yes. Stock is depreciated by 22,000. That is, stock is revalued at 58,000. No, so less depreciation 2,000. That is 58,000. Next, machinery. Any adjustment for machinery is there? No. So directly we will be taking machinery amount as 50,000. Next, any adjustments for buildings? Yes, that is 30,000. Less it has been appreciated no by 40,000. It is revalued at 40,000. Buildings value is 30,000. It is revalued at 40,000. That is, appreciation is 10,000. So total amount is 40,000. So when we make total of all the assets, next thing what we need to take, I told no, goodwill account. Goodwill account should be also taken in our balance sheet asset side. When it is brought in cash, we don't write goodwill account separately. Yes, but when the goodwill value is revalued or goodwill is valued or created, then goodwill will be appearing in balance sheet. This point you should make a note, children. So goodwill will appear in the balance sheet. That is asset side 40,000. Now when you make the total on the asset side, it comes to 2,88,000, and on the liability side also 2,88,000. So our balance sheet tallies. That means our solution is correct. In the examination hall, how you will judge your problem, whether you did correct or wrong? If your balance sheet tallies, if your liabilities are equal to your assets, that means you have done correct. Nothing went wrong. But if your balance sheet doesn't tally, that means you did something somewhere wrong. Okay, children? Then you need to recheck your problem. You need to recheck your solution. Okay? I think that you people understand this. So what we have learned, children? Treatment of goodwill when goodwill is valued or created. So when this situation arises, when a new partner, whoever is admitted into the business, is not in a position to bring goodwill in cash, then we need to make value. We need to value even if he is going to bring or not, because in future, definitely he will also enjoy the fruits. So because of whatever goodwill they are going to have. So the partners, what they have to do, they have to value it. So we have seen treatment of goodwill when goodwill is valued or created. What will happen? Goodwill account will appear in balance sheet. That one point you need to remember. Goodwill account is appear in opening balance sheet. And we have even learned how to prepare revaluation account, cash account, goodwill account, general reserve account, capital account, and opening balance sheet of the new partnership firm. Now here you have a task for the day, children. Problem number 13, page number 240 in the textbook. You need to solve this problem. Okay, Praveen and Naveen are partners, sharing in profits and loss in the ratio of 3:1 respectively. The balance sheet as on 31st March 2001 was as under. So you have liabilities and assets here. Now, what are the adjustments we will see? They decided to admit Kiran into partnership on the following conditions: that Kiran should bring rupees 25,000 as capital for 1/5 share in profits, machinery and furniture to be depreciated by 10%, buildings to be appreciated by 20%, and stock by 10%. Okay, Kiran, what he should bring? He should bring 25,000 as his capital. Machinery and furniture should be depreciated by 10%. Buildings should be appreciated by 20%, and stock also should be appreciated by 10%. Okay, and goodwill of the firm is valued at rupees 20,000. That means the new partner is not going to bring goodwill in cash. So the firm's goodwill is valued at rupees 20,000. Create a provision for bad debts at 5% on debtors. In this problem, you have many adjustments. So create a provision for bad debts at 5% on debtors. So from here, you understand machinery and furniture to be depreciated by 10% means the value of machinery is depreciated, the value of furniture is also depreciated. So in revaluation account, which side you have to write? You have to write on the debit side. To machinery, to furniture. Okay. Buildings to be appreciated. Whenever an asset is appreciated, that means increase in the value. Then which side of the revaluation account you have to write? You have to write on the credit side of the revaluation account. Okay, buy buildings, and stock is also appreciated, so buy stock. Create a provision for bad debts at 5% on debtors. Okay, so provision is also to be created. So whenever a provision is created, which side you have to write? You have to write on the debit side of the revaluation account. Okay, now prepare necessary ledger accounts and balance sheet of the firm. So here, if you have observed the previous balance sheet here, closing balance sheet, goodwill is given. Already goodwill is existing in the question. That means goodwill is existing in the business. Is given in the question, it is already existing in the business. The goodwill is 28,000. Okay, goodwill is 28,000. If goodwill appears in the balance sheet, it means it's old goodwill. Okay, already few years back or partners had valued their goodwill, so it will be affecting in the balance sheet. Okay, now already goodwill is there in the balance sheet. Now again, what they are saying, goodwill of the firm is valued at 20,000. It's given as 28, but here they are saying the goodwill of the firm is valued at 20,000. So here what you need to do is, already goodwill existing in the books is 28,000, but they are saying the goodwill is valued at 20,000. That means there is a reduction in the value of goodwill by 8,000 rupees. Okay, so there is a reduction in the value of goodwill by 8,000. So this should be debited to partners capital accounts in their old profit sharing ratio. Okay, this should be debited to partners capital accounts in their old profit sharing ratio, that is 3:1. It is given in the question that their old profit sharing ratio is 3:1. So it should be, this 8,000 should be distributed to old partners. It should be debited to old partners capital accounts in the 3:1 ratio, that is 6,000 and 2,000 will come. And credit to goodwill account. Okay, this 8,000 should be credited to goodwill account and debited to partners capital account. Okay, that is a major adjustment in this problem schedule. If you have any doubts, again we will be posting the solutions, so there you can verify. Thank you very much. Thank you one and all. Stay home, stay safe, stay productive, and stay connected. Thank you. Special thanks to our principal madam, Mrs. Shailaja Garu, for giving me this opportunity, and a special thanks to the subject coordinator, Riazuddin sir, for supporting me. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for the wonderful session. I hope the students enjoy the session. Students, yesterday we have given assignment, and in today's also, madam has given the assignment. In addition to this, I request the students to solve more and more problems from your textbook. And if you have any doubts, any of the student regarding preparation of revaluation account or capital accounts or goodwill account, you are welcome. Share your doubts in the live chat box, and your doubts will be cleared at the same point. And those who have solved the problems, please share the value of revaluation profit or the figure of balance sheet with the problems you have solved from your textbook. So once again, I thanks to the subject teacher who is handling this topic very wonderfully, and it's very easy that students is getting the students are understanding the topic. Once again, I thanks to all the webinar team for this session. Thank you one and all.
Thank you. Hello.
ఇంకా రికార్డింగ్ ఉన్నాయి
Okay,
మేడం.
sir.
ఈ రోజు కొంచెం తొందర అయింది సెషన్.
అంటే ప్రాబ్లం చిన్నగా ఉంది సార్. నేను చూసుకోలేదు. అంటే వాళ్ళకి అర్థం కావాలి కదా అని ఓన్లీ
కూడా
ప్రాబ్లమ్
కాలేదు.
సొల్యూషనే కదా. ఆల్రెడీ ఆ ముందు స్లైడ్స్ అన్ని ప్రతి సెషన్ లో పెడుతున్నా.
ఈ రోజు కొంచెం ఈజీ ప్రాబ్లం కూడా ఉంది ఈ రోజు.
అంటే ఫస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లం అలాగే ఇచ్చాడు. అందుకే ఈ డిఫికల్ట్ ప్రాబ్లం హోంవర్క్ లో ఇచ్చి కొంచెం దానికి ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ అందుకే తీసుకున్నాను. గుడ్ విల్ వాల్యూ ఇది నేను సొల్యూషన్ పెడతాను సార్. ఇవాళే మేడం నాకు అది పెట్టారు. ఎలాగా